Hi, good evening, everyone, and welcome to today's demo session. Kindly let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. You all can respond in the chat box. Do let me know if my screen is visible and my voice is okay. Are you able to hear me? Please respond in the chat box. Okay, thank you for the confirmation, guys. So let's start on time. Let me welcome you all on today's demo session. We are 12-year-old HR consulting firm primarily into recruitment solution. We also take care of HR advisory and consulting services. We are also into contract staffing and payroll, and we also provide campus placement and HR training. These are few clients for whom we are working. We are providing all sort of services, right from recruitment, payroll, contract staffing, and HR training as well. So let me share you what exactly we are offering in HR Generalist Practical Training course. There are four important modules. The very first module is of labor laws and statutory compliances. Under this module, we cover all the important and major labor laws in India, right from Provident Fund to ESIC Act. And we understand PF and ESIC are applicable on which part of salary, how the monthly contributions are calculated, how the monthly challans are prepared, and how finally these payments are paid to government by logging into government website. The other important labor laws are we cover our Maternity Benefit Act, and as a HR, we understand which all employees are eligible to get maternity benefit and what all benefit we should extend to concerned women employees. The other labor law which we cover are Payment of Bonus and Payment of Gratuity Act, and we understand which all employees are eligible for these benefits, how these benefits are calculated and paid. The second module under our HR Generalist Practical Training program is of compensation and benefit, which is all about how the CTC annexer or package is designed, how the salary breakup formation is done. We teach payroll on payroll software, and we also teach how payroll can be managed in an Excel sheet. The other important things which we learn under this module are income tax, professional tax, labor welfare fund, loss of pay, overtime leaves and holidays, and finally we see that how employees' full and final settlements are done at the time of going. The third module which we have is of recruitment and selection, which is all about talent acquisition. And we understand things like what is the difference between job description and job specification, what are the various sourcing strategies nowadays corporate are adopting. We train people on Naukri.com. We train on what is the best way of posting ad, how the resumes can be searched. Nowadays, applications are not screened by HR manager. Applications or resumes are screened by software which is called as ATS, applicant tracking systems. And we understand these ATS are screening or rejecting any application on the basis of what? And we also see how LinkedIn, various ATS and RMS recruitment management softwares are used for recruitment purpose. And there is a dedicated session on CV writing and interviews skills. We talk about interviews do's and don'ts. The fourth and last model which we have under this online generalist practical training program is of HR analytics, which is a very important. In the recent past, it has become very important topic, and we understand what exactly is HR analytics, why it is needed, what are the various types of HR analytics which are done, what are the various tools, techniques, and data which are used for HR analytics, how the HR dashboards can be created, and finally, what are the important HR matrices which speaks about how well the HR department of any company is performing. This is all about the course which we are offering. Before we proceed with today's demonstration, just wanted to have an idea on what kind of audiences we have today. There would be a poll which would be appearing. I would request you all to respond to that poll. Kindly let us know how much experience do you have in HR. The poll is live, everyone. Kindly respond to the poll. How much experience do you have in HR? Once we receive 80% of the total response, we will close the poll. I would be sharing the result and then we would be proceeding. We have received more than 80% response. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population today, 58% are freshers. We have people who has got 1 to 3 years experience also, and there are few people who has got more than 5 years experience. Thank you for your participation, everyone. Let me close this poll. In today's demonstration, we would be understanding about compensation and benefit. No doubt, compensation and benefit is one of the most important function of HR. Why it is important? Because compensation and benefit as a function of HR is responsible for deciding what to pay. Whenever any company goes for hiring any person or any position, this function of HR decides how much salary should be paid to that person or position. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding how to pay. I am referring to breakup or designing of the entire compensation package. How much should be fixed? How much should be variable? What all salary components should come in the CTC breakup is something which this function takes care of. CNB as a function of HR is also responsible for deciding when to pay. I am referring to timeline or frequency. You will see that there are many companies who pay salaries on first. There are many companies where salaries are paid on third, and there are many companies where salaries are paid on seventh. In many companies, you will see that variable incentives or performance bonus is paid on monthly basis. Many company performance incentives are paid on quarterly basis, and there are good number of companies where incentives are paid on annual basis. When all these payments should be made, what should be the timeline or frequency is something which is taken care of by CNB of HR. And finally, compensation and benefit is responsible for managing entire compensation which they are paying to their workforce and the benefit which they are extending. No doubt, CNB is one of the most important functions of HR, but this is not easy. Why it is not easy? Due to absence of law. We have many labor law. Labor law is there for Provident Fund. Labor law is there for ESIC Act, and we have labor laws for bonus, gratuity, and maternity benefit act. But when it comes to compensation and benefit, there is no labor law in India which speaks about how CTC package should be designed, how CTC annexes should be designed, or how the salary breakup should be done. Due to absence of law, this function of HR slightly becomes difficult. No doubt we have a few labor law which are talking about payment. Let's have a look on those. There is a labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act. We also have a labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act. There is a labor law by the name of Payment of Bonus Act. And then we have a labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act. Let's see what exactly these labor laws are taking care of. The labor law by the name of Minimum Wages Act speaks about paying minimum wages to certain category of worker. This labor law do not cover each and every employee in India, but it take care of good number of employee in India. The labor law by the name of Payment of Wages Act speaks about timely payment of wages, and there should not be any illegal deduction from the salary is something which this labor law is taking care of. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are 24,000 per month or less. The Payment of Bonus Act speaks about bonus payment or profit sharing by the company. But again, this labor law only covers those employees whose monthly salaries are 21,000 per month or less. If your salary is more than 21,000 per month, you are not coming under Payment of Bonus Act, and your employer can deny paying bonus to you. The labor law by the name of Equal Remuneration Act speaks about paying similar wages to all the gender. On the basis of gender, you cannot have discrimination on payment. You cannot pay lesser to women employee and higher to male employee. Or any discrimination on the basis of gender is something which is stopped by this labor law. The new labor law, which was supposed to come in 2019 and 20, which went on hold by the name of Code on Wages, that new labor law is combining all these four labor law into one. And whenever that new labor law would be coming, that would be known as Code on Wages, and all these four labor law would be getting combined into one. In today's demonstration, what all we would be seeing, we would be understanding what is compensation and what are benefit. We would also be understanding how compensation and benefits are designed. What are the various important steps and components which we should keep in mind while designing any compensation package for any position or any person. We would be understanding few real offer letters, how different company design different offer letter. And we would be finally preparing one compensation and benefit structure in an Excel sheet for better understanding. Before we proceed further, just wanted to have your opinion or your idea on the subject. There is a poll again. Kindly let us know the net in hand salaries of all employees getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different companies would be same or not. The poll is live, everyone. Kindly respond to the poll. The net enhanced salary of all the employees getting a CTC of 10 lakh in 10 different company would be same or not? We will follow the same rule. Once we receive 80% of the response, I will end the poll. I would also be sharing you the result. We have received close to 70% of the poll. Let me end the poll and share you the result. Majority of the population, 83% of the population is voted for false, and they are of the opinion that net enhanced salary of all these employees would not be same even if they are working at same CTC but working in different companies. Whereas 17% of the population feels that yes, take-home salary would be same of all these employees if their CTC is same. The correct answer is false. The enhanced salary of all these employees would never be same if they are working in different company, irrespective of whether they are at same CTC or not. Why it would be different? Because compensation structure designing differ from company to company. And why it differ? Due to absence of law. Due to absence of law, every company designs salary structure or compensation package in their own different way. And take home salary of all these employees who are working in 10 different company, even if they are working at same CTC, their take home would not be same. In the coming slide, we would be understanding this in a better way. Thank you for your responses, everyone. Let's try to understand what exactly is compensation and what are benefits. Compensation is defined as the total amount of monetary pay provided to an employee. In simpler word, it is the money given for the work. Whatever salary, whatever money, whatever cash which you get every month is called as compensation. If this is compensation, what is benefit? Benefit are all non-financial forms of compensation offered in addition to cash salary. Over and above the monthly money, monthly cash or monthly salary which you get good number of benefit or facilities from your company for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand. If I have to define compensation and benefit in one line, it would be like this. The salary or money one gets is compensation. The facilities or perks one avail are benefit. Let's have a look on few examples so that it becomes clear. Compensation, which is the monetary part of package, things like basic pay, allowances, it can be travel allowance, meal allowance, housing allowance, or medical allowance, which are paid in the form of money comes under compensation. All commissions, incentives, overtime pay, bonuses, profit sharing, stock options, all these things are paid in the form of money. Hence, they comes under compensation. Now, benefit, for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand, but company is providing good number of facilities or benefit. Things like holidays and leaves, welfare facilities and cafeteria, reward and recognition, insurance and medical. You will see that in India, insurance and medical benefit is provided to almost all the employees. Almost all the companies are providing the benefit of insurance and medical benefit, for which employee do not get any kind of money in their hand, but either their medical expenses are covered or their lives are insured. Retirement benefit, wellness program. During COVID time, almost all good companies has gone for providing mental wellness and health wellness. They hired doctors and psychiatrists. These people were available for all the employees for all kind of advices. They hired gym trainer. They hired financial advisor. These people were available for all the employees for seeking advices. No doubt, nobody was getting any kind of money in their hand, but yes, it was a good benefit which company was providing. Let's have a look on few more example of benefit. It can be health insurance, dental insurance, life insurance, retirement plan, gym and fitness. There are many company who gives you membership for gym and fitness club, for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand. But yes, this is a good benefit. Vision care, personal leave, sick leave, higher education. Yes, there are many company who sponsor you for higher education, for which you do not get any kind of money in your hand, but your entire education is sponsored by the company. Child care paid leave and many more. Very similar to compensation designing, there is no labor law in India which says that every company has to give this number of benefit. This is why you will see that bigger company gives more number of benefit and a smaller company gives lesser number of benefit. Now let's try to understand how compensation and benefits are decided. Whenever company go for hiring anyone, how they decide that what salary should be paid to that person or that position. Word compensation is a very broad term. It can be divided into two major categories. One is salary, another is wages. Normally, the word salary is used for all those payments which are paid to management cadre of employees. And the word wages is used for all those payments which are paid to worker. In other words, worker gets wages and management staff gets salary. Now let's try to understand what are the factors which affect wages decision and what are the factors which plays an important role in deciding salary. Wages which are paid to worker are normally decided by every state government, which is called as minimum wages. Every state in India has decided minimum wages for their state worker. Maharashtra government has decided minimum wages for Maharashtra worker. Similarly, Haryana government has decided minimum wages for Haryana worker. You cannot pay lesser than that decided minimum wages in that state. So basically, workers' wages are decided by state government, which is called as minimum wages. And every state in India has decided that paying below that would be illegal. Other factor which plays an important role are cost of living and location. In salary, you will see that any person who is joining metro city would be getting higher salary. Any person who would be joining a remote location would be getting lesser salary. In wages also, government has decided entire country into three parts: city A, city B, and C city. You will see that government has decided higher wages for city A, which are metro city. Government has decided a different wages for B category of city, and for C category of city, the wages are different. Even government has decided different wages for different locations. Education and experience, no doubt, whenever we talk about management cadre of employees, education and experience plays an important role. Coming to wages or worker, whenever government releases the circular of minimum wages, they mention like this. For matriculate, this would be the minimum wages. For graduate, this would be the minimum wages. And for postgraduate, this would be the minimum wages. So even government is deciding minimum wages on the basis of education of the person. Industries or ability to pay. When I'm saying industries or ability to pay, I am referring to there are many industries which are not doing that great. Industries like tea garden, manufacturing industries, textile industries, jute making company, beadi making company. These industries are not doing that great in comparison to IT industries, telecom industries, and insurance companies. You will see that any person joining IT industry and any person joining manufacturing industry, the salary would be quite different. Even government has decided different minimum wages for different industries. Government has decided different minimum wages for agriculture industries. The government has decided different minimum wages for mining industries, and government has also decided different minimum wages for manufacturing industry. So you will see that even government is deciding different minimum wages for different industries on the basis of ability to pay. Supply and demand, which is very obvious. What is the supply and what is the demand of any particular kind of manpower in the market plays an important role. The demand of data scientists is huge, but the supply is not that great. The demand and supply of HR professionals are at same level, even the supply is slightly higher. So supply and demand of any particular kind of manpower or any particular kind of skill set plays an important role. While deciding salary, job evaluation still is one of the most scientific approach of deciding what salary should be paid. Job evaluation is nothing but job analysis, job description, and job specification. Whenever government decide minimum wages for worker, they invite the important and major labor union of the state to play an important role. So we have talked about minimum wages. Just wanted to have your opinion on a scenario. The minimum wages in the state of Bihar for unskilled worker is 9,698, which means if you are planning to hire a worker in Bihar, this is the minimum which you have to pay. Paying lesser than this in the state of Bihar would be illegal. Minimum wages of similar kind of worker in Delhi is 16,792. In Delhi, you cannot pay lesser than 16,792 to any worker. For the same kind of worker, Bihar minimum wages is 9,698. In Delhi, if you want to have same kind of worker, you have to pay 16,792. Now, the question which I want to put in front of you is this. If the same worker who is working in Bihar gets transferred to Delhi, he is not required to do anything extra. Neither any extra skill set is required. Do you think that upon transfer of this Bihar worker to Delhi, he would be getting higher minimum wages as per the minimum wage of Delhi? There is no poll. I would request you to respond in the chat box. Will this Bihar worker would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi if he is not required to do anything extra? Neither any extra skill set is required. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. Okay, yes is correct answer. Now let me know why this person would be getting higher minimum wages. He is not, company is not asking him to do anything extra. For the same work, for the same kind of skill set, why he would be getting higher minimum wages in Delhi? Under Delhi government, he will get very correct because the minimum wages of Delhi is this much and he would be getting as per the minimum wages of Delhi. Very good. You all are correct. And yes, all these factors which we have seen, which plays an important role, cost of living, location, minimum wages, everything. Good, you all are correct. Now let me take you to another scenario for which I am not asking you any answer. This would be homework. So we have increased the salary of Bihar worker when he gets transferred to Delhi. What if the same person gets transferred back to Bihar from Delhi? Can the salary be reduced? I am not asking for answer. Try to find out the correct answer. In our actual classes, we discuss all this nitty-gritty of labor law. So you all have increased because minimum wages of Delhi was high. Now he is getting transferred to a state where minimum wages is low. Can his salary be decreased or not? Try to find out the correct answer. For right answer, you can connect with me on one. Let's proceed for the timing, everyone. Thank you for your active participation. Okay, there is a poll again. So there is no right or wrong answer to this. We conduct this poll just to have a masses feeling. Which is the most important attribute to make someone the preferred choice during an interview? Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? The poll is live, everyone. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this. Which is the most important attribute to make someone the important choice during an interview? Is it communication skill, or it is practical skills and knowledge, or it is degrees and certification? Let me share the result. Majority of the population, 57% has voted for practical skills and knowledge, whereas 43% has voted for communication skill. It is surprising to see that nobody has voted for degrees and certification. As I said, there is no right or wrong answer to this, so we would not be discussing on this. But yes, this is surprising to see that nobody has voted for degrees and certification and practical skills and knowledge, for which majority of the audience has voted. Thank you, everyone. Now, this is one of the most important section of this demo session, how compensation and benefits are designed. Once you have decided that this much salary would be paid to any person, how you would be designing the entire compensation package. The entire process of designing compensation and package can be categorized into 5 important steps. If you follow all these 5 steps, your entire process of designing compensation and benefit package would be complete. The very first and most important step is to decide the fixed or base pay. At the very first step, we decide the fixed pay or base pay of the person. What exactly is this? What we actually do, we decide the basic salary for the person, and we also decide dearness allowance. So dearness allowance and DA is something which is normally found with government organization. In private company, you will hardly find DA. So DA is optional. If it is applicable in your company, you need to decide DA also. Otherwise, basic salary is one of the most important steps to proceed with compensation and benefit package. So in the very first step, we decide the basic salary of the person and DA if it is applicable or if it is there in your company. Once you are done with this first step, second step is working on allowances. You need to divide or distribute rest of the salaries into allowances which your company is providing. Allowances can be in the name of house rent allowance, conveyance allowance, medical allowance, special telephone, internet, and other allowance. Company can go for any number of allowance or any kind of allowance which they want to go for. You can go for makeup allowance. You can go for litti chokha allowance also. So allowances are purely a choice of company. Whatever allowances which you want to keep, you can go for that. So after deciding the basic salary, you need to divide the salaries into allowances which your company is providing. Once you are done with these two steps, third step is to work on retirers and statutory contribution. This is something which you do not decide. This comes from the labor law point of view, and you calculate the cost of your company for some contributions which every company make to government authorities. Every month, every company pay to government authorities, to department like Provident Fund, ESIC Act, Labor Welfare Fund, and few monies are kept, few portions are kept for gratuity and bonus, which are legal payment. Whenever they become payable, you have to pay for that. So every month, company are paying to Provident Fund, ESIC, and Labor Welfare Fund, and you calculate the cost of these, how much your company would be paying for every employee every month to these department. Once you are done with the statutory contributions, fourth step is to add the cost of benefit and perks which your company is providing. Benefits can be in the name of medical insurance. If your company is providing medical insurance to your employees, you can add the cost of that in compensation package. Other benefit can be life insurance, club membership, vision care, higher education. If your company is providing this benefit, you can add the cost of this in compensation package. Fifth and last step is variable pay or incentive. If the position is something which is required to achieve any kind of target, and the achievement of that target, if the person is getting some kind of payment, you can add the cost of that. The various names which have been given to variable pay and incentives are performance incentive. Many company call it as PLI, which stands for performance linked incentive. Many company call it as performance bonus. There are many companies who pay incentive on the basis of company's performance, not on individual performance. How well the company is performing, on the basis of that you would be getting bonus. And many companies provide incentive or bonus on the basis of long service award. So these are the 5 steps of designing compensation and benefit structure or package. Once you follow this, your entire process of designing compensation and benefit package would be complete. So let me go to my Excel sheet. Let me know if my Excel sheet is visible to everyone. You all respond in the chat box. Is my Excel sheet visible to you? Okay. So we have seen 5 steps. Now we would be designing compensation package on the basis of that. Let's assume that the annual CTC, let's take a smaller amount, 3 lakhs. So 3 lakhs annually means monthly CTC is 25,000. Now we would be designing a salary breakup or compensation package of this 25,000 monthly CTC. Let's follow the steps which we have seen. The very first step was to decide the base pay. Under base pay, what we do, we decide the basic salary of the person. Anyone who can suggest me what should be the basic salary, how much should be the basic salary for this person? Anyone who can suggest? Okay, let me take that. Basic salary is normally taken as 40 to 50% of CTC. You will see that 99% of HR professionals are deciding 40 to 50% of CTC as basic salary. Why everybody is deciding 40 to 50% when there is no labor law? There is no law which is saying that basic salary has to be 40 to 50%. If you want to decide 60% or 70% or 80% or 90%, you are free to do that. No law would be stopping you. But yes, why everybody is deciding 40 to 50%? There is a strong logic behind that. But there is no labor law which is saying that basic has to be 40 to 50%. You can decide any percentage. Going below 35 is not advisable. I would be explaining it. So let's follow the same rule which everybody is following. Let's decide 50% of CTC as basic salary. So we have decided basic salary for this person as 12,500. I also said that DA, if it is applicable, we can decide. But this is something which is normally found with government organization. This is not mandatory. Let's ignore this. We are ignoring DA. If you want to keep DA, you can keep that. There is no harm. If you want to ignore, you are also free to ignore this. So we have ignored EA and we are done with the first step. Second step was allowances. So let me pick one or two allowances which are very common in nature, and anyone from the class, if you want to guide me, I would be taking that allowance. You will see that 90% of the companies are going for HRA. HRA is what? House rent allowance. 90% of the companies are deciding HRA as one allowance in salary breakup. Almost with all company will find that. How should HRA should be how much? You will see that HRA is normally decided at 40 to 50% of basic salary. Why it is decided at 40 to 50% of basic salary? Because 40 to 50% of basic salary as HRA would be income tax free from the income tax point of view. This is the only logic. Otherwise, if you want to decide 60%, 70%, 80%, or 90%, again, nobody would be stopping you. 40 to 50% HRA of basic salary is tax free. This is why every company decides HRA, and this is decided as 40 to 50%. 40% is decided for those employees who are staying in non-metro city, and 50% HRA is kept for all those employees who are staying in a metro city. Let's assume that this gentleman is staying in a non-metro city. For non-metro employee, we should decide 40% of basic salary is HRA. So we have decided HRA for this person, and this 5,000 would be tax-free. Any other allowances which anybody would like to comment? Or let me take telephone allowance. Can we take 11,000 as telephone allowance? No, we cannot. This is not logical. In the time of Zio, taking 11,000 would be not logical and practical one. So can we take 1,200? Yes, we can take 1,200. Any logical amount which suits telephone allowance can be taken as telephone allowance. Let me take one more allowance, which are again very common in nature. You will see that almost 90% of the companies are going for special allowance. And trust me, there is nothing special with this special allowance. This special allowance is used as adjusting or balancing amount. So everybody pick a special allowance, which is used as whatever amount would be coming as a difference at the last, that would be mentioned. Yes, laptop allowance we can keep conveyance allowance, we can keep telephone allowance, internet allowance, medical allowance, and number. As I said, allowances are purely a choice of company. Whatever allowance which you want to go, you can go for that. Companies has kept pet allowance. To maintain a pet, companies are giving allowances. So a special allowance is normally used as adjusting or balancing amount. Whatever amount would be coming as a difference at the last, we would be putting here. So we are not deciding an amount, and we would be entering that amount which will come as difference. So let's see where exactly we have reached, what monthly salary or gross salary we have reached so far. We have reached to 18,700 monthly salary or gross salary, and we are trying to reach 25,000 as cost to the company. We are done with 2 steps. The third step was statutory compliances. Under statutory compliances, let me pick 2 which are universally applicable in entire country. One is PF by company. Every company pay for provident fund, and every company pay for ESIC also. ESIC is salary dependent. So how much contribution companies are making in the name of provident fund? Most of you would be thinking 12. It is not 12. It is 13%. Every company contribute 13% every month to PF department. Let's calculate that. This means company would be paying to PF government 2,431 for this employee every month, and ESIC is paid as 3.25% by company. So company would be paying this much. Company would be paying 608 to ESIC government and 2431 to PF department. You can take other legal payment also, labor welfare fund, which is not applicable in all the states. It is applicable in limited state. You can add gratuity also, and you can add bonus also. There are 50% of the company who add gratuity and bonus, and there are 50% of the company who do not add that. Both are okay. This person's CTC is not that great. If we add gratuity and bonus, his take home would go down. So we are not adding that. We are ignoring these 3 benefits. We have added PF and ESIC, and we are done with third step. Fourth step was benefit. If your company is giving any kind of benefit, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that company is giving the benefit of medical insurance and company is spending 200 rupees per employee per month. So you can add the cost of this. If your company is providing other benefit, you can add the cost of those as well. Now the last was incentive, which is also called as PLI. If this person is supposed to achieve any kind of target, and on the achievement of that target, if he is getting paid, you can add the cost of that. Let's assume that he will get 600 on the achievement of target. We have added that. So we are done with all the 5 steps. Let's see where exactly we have reached. CTC can be calculated by adding monthly salary with cost to the employer. So let's add that. We have reached to a CTC of 22,539, whereas we are planning to reach 25,000. So now this cell has become active. What is the difference? 25,000 minus 22,539. There is a difference of 2,461. So now what this HR professional would try to do, he would try to enter 2,461 here to reach the desired figure of 25,000. Let's see that. I am entering 2,461 and let's see whether we are reaching to the desired figure of 25,000 or not. No, we have exceeded that. Now there is excess of 400. Now what this HR professional would try to do, this person would try to subtract 400. And let's see whether we are reaching now. No, there is a difference of 65. Let's add that. Again, there is a difference of 10. Subtract 10. Again, there is a difference of 1. Now let's add 1. Now we have reached to the desired figure of 25,000 CTC, which we were looking for. Now, if you want to calculate the cost of the enhanced salary can be calculated like this. This person will be paying in PF and in ESIC also. So in PF, company also pay and employee also pay. Employee pay 12%. Let's calculate what is the 12%. So this person would be paying 2,498 every month in PF department, which will remain in his account. In ESIC, employees pay 7.5%. Let's calculate that. So these two contributions would be getting contributed from employee salary. How much will come in hand? Monthly salary subtracted by whatever the employee is paying. So 18,163 will come in hand. Let's have a look. Monthly salary is 20,818. CTC is 25,000 and enhanced salary is 18,163. This is how the compensation packages are decided and designed. Let me move to another sheet. We have done good number of manual activity in this sheet. I am moving to another sheet, which is a automated CTC calculator. This is made on advanced Excel. An entire sheet is formula driven. You go to any cell and you will see that some kind of formula is applied. In this cell, this is the formula. In this cell, this is the formula. In this cell, this is the formula. So every cell has got some kind of formula. So whatever calculation which we did in the previous sheet, let's try to do that. Let's try to find out the salary breakup of 25,000 CTC per month. So there is an option in Excel by the name of data. Go into data. Under data, you will find a option of what if analysis. Click there. What if analysis should be showing you 3 options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you 3 things. Set the cell. Set the cell means select the cell in which you are looking for value. I have selected this cell, cost to the company. I am looking for value in this cell. Second question which Excel is asking me is to value. What is the value which you are looking for? We are looking for 25,000. I mentioned that. Third and last question which Excel is asking me is by changing cell. Excel is saying that by changing which cell you want to achieve 25,000 or allot me a cell which Excel would be using for calculation purpose. I have allotted this cell. I have answered 3 questions. The cell in which I am looking for value, the value which I am looking for, and I allotted a cell to Excel for calculation purpose. Once I click OK, you will see that entire calculation of 25,000 per month CTC would be there and automatically. Let me click OK, give a closer look. So we have reached to the breakup of 25,000 and we have not done any kind of manual activity. Let me show it again. Under data, there is an option by the name of what if analysis. What if analysis would be showing you three options. Select goal seek. Goal seek would be asking you three questions. Set the cell, means select the cell in which you're looking for value. I selected this. To value, what is the value which you're looking for? Let's have some odd value, 987,689, which is 9,87,689. This can be CTC of any person. And by changing cell, again, I am allotting this cell. Now, once I click OK, you will see that we would be having a salary breakup of 9,87,689. It is done. In this way, the entire compensation package should be designed. Manual activities should be avoided. At the very beginning of the demo class, I asked the question whether take-home salary of all the person would be same or not if they are working at same CTC but working in different company. This is the justification. There are three companies: company A, company B, and company C. All these three companies are giving a CTC of 7 lakhs. But in this company, the take-home salary is 49,313. In this company, the take-home is 4495. And in this company, the take-home is 38,991. The CTC of all these companies are same, but take-home is not same. Why it is not same? Because this designing is different. And this designing is why it is different? Because there is no labor law which is saying that CTC annexer needs to be designed in this particular way. Every company decides and design CTC breakup in their own convenient way. This company has not taken the cost of gratuity, medical, and GPA. This company is paying PF as 34. This company is paying PF as 1950, and this company is paying PF as 5560. It is very difficult to say by looking at CTC only what would be the take-home salary. So whenever you are getting any offer from any company, always ask for breakup of the salary so that you can be clear on the take-home salary. This is what I wanted to share you all from my Excel sheet. Let me go back to my PPT. We would be having a dedicated question and answer round. Give me a few minutes. There are 2-3 slides only. I hope these 5 steps are clear to you. Okay, we have HR India mobile app also. There is a dedicated WhatsApp group. All those people who take admission gets added in that WhatsApp group, and we keep on discussing about HR trend. We also share HR opening and many. If you download the mobile app, there are many free tutorials also which you can watch. Okay, this is the last poll. Can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Let me share you 2 examples. What I'm trying to understand is, can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? I am sharing you 2 examples. There is one company who is giving offer letter like this. Basic salary is 45,000, HRA is 0, conveyance is 0, and the monthly gross salary is also 45,000, which is same as basic salary. There is another company who is giving offer letter like this. Only basic salary is there and there is no other allowances. The question is, can the monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary be the same? Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are legally correct or not? The poll is live, everyone. Kindly share your responses. Both the salary structure which are flashing on the screen are correct or not? Can monthly basic and monthly gross salary be the same or not? We have received 79%. Let me end the poll and share you the result. So majority of the population, 79% is voted for no. They are of the opinion that the salary structure which is flashing on the screen are legally not correct. Whereas 21% is voted for yes. They say that yes, monthly basic salary and monthly gross salary can be the same. And the salary structure which is flashing on the screen are legally correct. The correct answer is yes. Both the salary structure which is flashing on the screen are legally correct. There is nothing wrong. One can have these kind of a structure. Paying allowances are purely a choice of companies. If you want to pay allowances, you can pay that. If you do not want to pay allowances, you are free to do that also. So dono structure is very much legally correct. Thank you, everyone. This was the last poll. Let's proceed for the time being. Okay. So let me share you a few real offer letter which are issued by our client to our candidate. This is first offer letter in which company is paying a CTC of 13 lakh 30,000, and company is also mentioning that enhanced salary would be 1 lakh 7,034 rupees. At the bottom blue box, company is mentioning that there will be an additional monthly deduction towards medical insurance. Means this company is giving you medical insurance, but the premium is getting deducted from employee salary. The cost is borne by the employee, which means the net enhanced salary will further go down. You will see that in red box, company is mentioning all this PLI and incentives. You are also eligible for max performance link incentive of 66,500. You will also be eligible for max incentive link bonus of 2,66,000, which means variable pay is not a part of CTC in this company. This is over and above the CTC. Third, you will see that the provident fund contribution is only 1,800, but the basic salary is 55,000. If you calculate 12 or 13% of 55,000, it would be very high. But company is paying only 1,800, which means this company has decided to pay provident fund up to 15,000 only. Beyond that, they will not pay, which is legally okay. Company can do that. Company can say that whatever is the basic, up to 15,000 we would be paying PF. Above that, we would not be paying PF. You will also see that bonus, which is a statutory benefit, which normally paid annually, comes in this structure as a monthly payment. Bonus is a part of monthly salary in this company and not a part of annual CTC. And you will also see that gratuity is nowhere mentioned. This is one way of designing compensation package or offer letter. Let's have a look on another. This offer letter belongs to a US MNC in India, which is very big name. You will see that there is a component by the name of leave travel allowance, and the company is asking the employee whether you want to take this money as leave travel allowance or you want to convert it as monthly special allowance. Means employee is having a choice of deciding how they want to take the salary. These kind of model is called as combined model of compensation package, in which employee gets some kind of choices to decide how they want to take the salary. You will see that provident fund contribution in this offer letter is 4,434 and basic is only 36. Basic is lesser than the previous offer letter, but PF contribution is higher than the previous offer letter, which means in this company, PF contribution is not limited to 15,000 and the company is paying on entire basic salary. You will also see that gratuity is something which is coming under this calculation. So gratuity is a part of CTC, whereas in previous offer letter, gratuity was not a part of CTC. Many company add, many company do not add, both are correct. Now let's have a look on this offer letter, which belongs to Tata Group of companies which are considered as one of the most ethical employer. In this offer letter, company is giving a total CTC of 10 lakh. Out of 10 lakh, company has decided basic salary is 360 and rest 5 lakh 8,000 is put under flexi compensation, which means now the employee is free to decide how they want to take 5 lakh 8,000. What all allowances they want to choose, whether they want to go for HRA or telephone or pet allowance, this would be decided by the employee. How much money they want under each allowance is something which would be decided by them. This kind of compensation package is called as flexible compensation model, in which company decide one or two component only, and most of the components are left with employee to decide how they want to take the salary. PF is something which is getting deducted on total basic salary. All Tata Group of company, they deduct on total basic salary. They never limit. You will also see that in the indicative performance or productivity linked incentive is 1 lakh. In this company, this incentive is a part of CTC. In previous two offer letter, you have seen that it was coming after the table or beyond the table. But in this offer letter, variable pay is a part of CTC. In the red box, you will see that company has mentioned all the benefit which they are providing. Mediclaim against hospitalization, accidental insurance, group personal accident, group term accident, and gratuity scheme. So company is giving all these benefit, but they have not added the cost of any of these. First company was deducting medical insurance from salary. Second company had added gratuity in the breakup, but this Tata Group is not adding any of the benefit. These are over and above. So we have seen three different offer letter. Every company designed different offer letter in their own convenient way due to absence of labor law. If you want to pay 50,000 per month to any employee, 50,000 per month can be paid in this way. This is legally correct. There is nothing wrong in this. You can pay 50,000 in this way also. If you want to pay 50,000, that can be paid in this way also. And if you want to pay 50,000 per month to any person, that can be paid in this way also. All these salary breakups are legally correct. There is nothing wrong. But if you want to pay 50,000 in this way, or in this way, or in this way, these are legally wrong. You cannot have these kind of breakup. In our actual classes, we normally understand what is wrong with these and what are the other more options of deciding 50,000 breakups are. Okay. So some kind of few homeworks, try to find out the correct answer. Can an employee apply for sick leave in advance or not? Try to find out the correct answer. Can an unmarried woman ask for maternity benefit or not? Is it mandatory to pay bonus by a loss-making company? There is a law which says that every company has to pay bonus or share profit. What about those companies which are not in profit, which are making loss? And all those companies which provide daycare facility to keep children, are men allowed or only women are allowed to carry their children? Can a dad or a male employee carry their children to that crèche or not? And try to find out this calculation also. Is monthly salary divided by 30 equals to annual salary divided by 365 or not? Let me proceed further, guys. So we have seen that what is compensation and what are benefit. We have also seen what are the steps and component which should be kept in mind. We have seen some real offer letters and observed that how different company makes different way of CTC designing. And we have made one compensation structure in Excel sheet for understanding. So this is what I wanted to share with everyone. Give me 2 more minutes. There are a few more slides, but we are done with demo session. COVID impact, we have seen that again the layoff has started. Meta is firing 19,000 employees. Amazon is again firing 10,000 employees. So this will keep on going, layoff, firing. The time ahead are slightly difficult. Companies do not want to spend time on training people. They have become very choosy. They want to hire the best because supply of talent is increase in the market. After so many layoffs and so many firings, talent in the market is available like anything. Multiple jobs are getting merged as one. If you are good at recruitment, you need to become good at other function of HR. By remaining good at only one function of HR, going far would not that be easy. Survival of the fittest. We need to remain updated and skilled. Preference would be given to all those people who can handle multiple jobs, multiple skills. And through the survey, we have seen that it is practical skills and knowledge which are important. So let me thank you everyone for your time. Let's be the preferred choice of hiring organization, enhance your skills and knowledge. This is the punchline of Delhi government. Skill hai to kuch nahi mushkil hai, which is very apt also. Let me share you about the course detail. These are the 4 modules. Live and interactive classes. There will be total 11 classes of 28 hours. Classes happens on Saturday and Sunday only. The timing is 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. 2.5 hour class. Study material is given on all modules and all topics which we teach. Lifelong access to mobile access is lifelong. Once you have purchased the course, you can access any study material in mobile app for lifelong. And whatever video which you share, that the access to that is also lifelong. We conduct practice tests after every module. There are 4 modules. There would be 4 tests. These tests are practice tests just to see whether the learning is going in the right direction or not. There is a certificate after the completion of training program, and there is a WhatsApp group in which we always remain in touch for all kind of opening, all kind of HR trends. This is the course 4 module. These are the course highlights which I have already discussed. If you add the fee, it would be coming to 5377. The discounted fee for taking entire course is 3999. These are my numbers which I would be sharing through mail also. I would be sharing the recording of today class. In the same way, we share the recording of actual class. We share the recording of actual class immediately after the class, which remain with you forever. And you can watch that for n number of time as per your convenience. So live and interactive classes on Saturday and Sunday from 3 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. You can self-pay, you can learn by your own also by accessing mobile app and the recordings and study material which are available in mobile app. You can access that mobile application on laptop also, and you can go through the courses and study material practice test is given for each and every module. And certificate is there. Our course and company both are ISO 9000 certified. So the certificate which we offer carry the logo of ISO 9000. Try to download the app which I would be sharing in the mail which would be carrying today's recording. So live classes, learning would be happening through live classes, laptop, mobile. How we start? We start from module 1, then move to module 2, then module 3, module 4, and again we keep on revolving. The next admission is happening from 22nd April. The new batch which will start from class 1 is happening from 22nd April, from which date the course would be starting from very beginning. This is the kind of certificate which we issue. These are LinkedIn screenshots. People are flashing it on LinkedIn. People are also mentioning this as licenses and certification. We conducted this webinar with this MBA Institute in Noida, with Aligarh Muslim University as well. We conducted with Sri Siddhi Vinayak College, which is in Bareilly, and the last we connected with ISM Patna, which is not mentioned. So this is the detail. Over to you, everyone. I am done with my demo session. Anything which you want to